Hello YouTube, Sam here from youtube.com/onlivegamer for the new Boston, and in this tutorial we're going to be looking at classes. So if you remember in the last tutorial we made this class called person, and we added some subs and some functions. The subs mainly do stuff that a person would do, such as eat, exercise, work, and increase income. Now we also made some functions that will return the weight, the money, and the income. Um, Now, we made these private so that somebody in another class cannot access these directly and change their value. And when we use these functions right here, instead of giving them direct access to the variable, it just gives them a copy of it by returning that. So now let's go ahead and come over here to our form1.vb class, which is for this. So just go ahead and double click on it, and it'll open up public class form1. So now what we need to do to use our person class, we just need to type imports person. So what this is going to do is it's going to let us use our person class that we created. So now let's make an object of our person class. So we'll type private my person as new person. Okay, so now that we have my person, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to form1.vb, and let's just go ahead and add 3 buttons. So we'll add button 1, button 2, and button 3. So we will set each one of these buttons. I will set the text to this one to eat. We'll set this one to work. And we will set this one to, let's say, exercise. See what other subs we have in here. We have increase income, work, exercise, and eat. So let's add one more button here called increase income. We'll set the text to increase income. Okay, so now let's set the names for each one of these buttons. So we'll set this one to button eat. We'll set this one to button work, button exercise, and button income. Okay, so now let's add a couple labels that will show the user what the current weight is, how much money he has, and what else? What the income is. So we'll add a label, and we'll add 2 more labels here. Okay, so the first one we'll set the name to label weight, and we'll set the text value to current weight. Okay, so now let's come over here to label 2. We will set this one, the text to current, let's see, money. And then we'll set this one to current income. Okay, so let's make this a little bit wider. Okay, so now let's go back into our code and we will start working with the person class. So we have the our person object. So now what we need to do is we need to have the person eat whenever we click the eat button. So go ahead and double click on eat, and it will open up the click event for that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to type my person, and then we're going to use dot. Now use dot whenever you want to call any of the functions or subs or access any of the variables inside of an object that you have. So let's just go ahead and do eat, and our argument is pounds as double. So let's just have him eat 5 pounds. Now when the form loads, we want to set the text of each one of these current weights, current money, and current income. So what we're going to do is we're going to type label weight dot text equals, and it'll do current weight, and then we'll just go ahead and add my person dot get weight, and then we'll just go ahead and convert that to a string to add it to our label. And let's go ahead and do this for each one of the other labels. So label, and looks like we didn't rename this, so let's rename current money to label money, and then this one to label income. Okay, so we'll go back to our form1.vb, and we will type label money.text equals current money, and then we'll just go ahead and access my person dot get money. So what this is going to do is it's going to return the money value back to the caller, which is in form1.vb, and we wanted to do it like this instead of accessing the variables directly, because then we could change it and cheat and have them get a whole bunch of extra money for no reason. So let's do that again for the label income. So label income dot text equals current income, and then we'll go ahead and add my person dot get income, and then we'll convert that to a string. Now when you call .toString, you can add parameters or not, whatever you want. Either way is going to work fine. So we'll just leave it like that. So now let's go ahead and run this. And you can see that we get current weight is 8 pounds, current money is $100, and their current income is $7.25. And these are all defaults that are created when the person class is made. So now let's come down here and we will finish the button eat event. So the person ate 5 pounds. So now what we want to do is we want to update their weight. So label weight dot text equals current weight, and we'll go ahead and add my person dot get weight, and then we'll just go ahead and convert that to a string. So now let's go ahead and run this, and you can see we've got current weight is 8 pounds, we got current money is $100, current income is $7.25. So now when we click eat, it will add 5 more pounds, and we can keep clicking this and it'll add 5 pounds each time we eat. Now you could add a text box in here that will let you add the number of pounds that you want the person to eat, and so that it won't just automatically add a default each time. So this has been a little bit of basics on objects. Even although we've already used them earlier in tutorials, this should help you understand them a bit better. So if you haven't already, go ahead and make the person class. Put this code in. You can mess around with the form, rearrange stuff, add text boxes so that they can add custom values. And then once you've done a little bit of that and you know what's going on in this code, go ahead and move on to the next tutorial.